Hey guys, here I am on this beautiful Monday afternoon. I wanted to do a pop in. It's been a minute, as usual. I like the way beautiful lady Sylvia put it. She's like consistently inconsistent. I just do what I do and I do it. So, never to disappoint. The best thing is no expectations, right? Letting things be. So, what inspired me wanting to pop in today actually was a friend of mine said something that triggered a thought process. And he was like, "Do you hate me yet?" And I said, "No. I don't I don't hate anybody." I'm like, not even my enemies. Um it's and he's forget exactly what he said, but he said something and I was like, "Well, I know better." It's oh, I wish I could remember exactly what he said because it was like perfect dialogue. But it's basically, I know better. Like, I don't even hate people that have hate towards me because it's a fact. We get back what we give. And also, too, like, real going through shadow work process and stuff like that, you know, I've come to more than realize that oftentimes what we're seeing outside of ourselves is a projection from within, and then it's when we realize these projections that we begin the essence of reflection. Um, but that isn't so much the reasoning, like why I don't hate anyone, like even people that I know, like people that have hurt me and I know it was intentional and stuff like that. um I still wish everyone like good things. um mm, I was gonna take some notes so that I could actually stay on par, on key, but then where would the be forever live truth of that be? Winging it, keeping it raw and real with each and every video that I share with you guys. um but yeah, it was that hate comment that inspired this. Oh shoot, it's in my other bag. Oh no, sweet. And I also came across a letter that I had wrote on one of my Roma boats, and I was gonna leave it for someone, and it just didn't happen quite the way I'd intended it, but now I know why. Everything has its place and time. So I'm gonna read it to you guys, and yeah, hopefully it inspires or even triggers like the right aspect within yourself that just ripples out into the healing that we need as a collective species. Now more than ever. I said it once before and I'll say it again, it's a fact. We fight the war within and we can avoid any war without outside of ourselves, do something a little different than we have through history. Because another fact, and if you look at the way everything is unfolded and the patterns and whatnot, history does repeat itself. We're repeating something we've done before. It's like every century, roughly, there's this patterning that I feel we keep coming back trying to change in a sense. Like how they say we can't change the past. But we can, we can look to those things that deeply impact us that we might have remorse or regret for. And when we actually shift our perception and begin to see things in a different light and then integrate those lessons and actually do the work that's necessary, we change the course of what will be history. So the letter. Some people live with purpose. Others search for it their entire lives. Then there are those who pay no mind to that deep dive of the soul self. One way is not necessarily better than the other, for the best way is always individual. In divide you all. My little play on words, breaking things down to see and find the truth of the matter. But in divide you all, to go within the self. Okay? And discover your part and purpose is one of the most selfless acts we can take when we return to the all, us, the united souls, in a united state of being. I realize how this sometimes it may sound preachy. So I would like to note my intention is always far from that. This letter is simply just a feeling I had. So if you are finding this, perhaps you asked in some way, shape, or form for something, some sign or message to let you know that it's time. It's time to realize that some things you have been struggling with most of your life, those traits that you've thought and felt to be in others, are outward projections from your subconscious, unconscious self. When we face our shadows, aka recognizing that most of what we see in others we are close to are reflections of ourselves. As we heal from those negative details, by coming to finally see, acknowledge, and bring conscious awareness to them, and make the necessary shifts to change those actions, you'll find the world outside yourself begins to change. You will find the peace you may now need. As humans, we've spent the majority of our existence believing love is an emotion. Love is truly a state of consciousness. And that's where I left it, I guess. Doesn't feel complete though. But yeah, like, it is a state of consciousness. It's a state of being. You know, the concept of the fifth element. And like me and Lady Linda discovered on a hill once upon a time. And actually, I'm gonna go back and find that recording and see if I can upload it and share it with you guys somehow. But like, love's not the fifth element, it's the first. You know, the unfolding of this entire species, and like everything that comes from us originated from a place of love. Creation is a form of love. We were never in 11:11, right? When I looked at it, I love it. But we were never intended to be like consumers, you know? Of course, we're gonna have like each extreme, or, you know, once we've gone through the process, a harmonizing of the yin, the yang, you know, getting into the gray matter, because it's not, you know, like the yin, the yang, it's not so much the black and the white, it's how they complement each other. Just like us as a collective, this human species, you know, like the concept of how we only utilize 10% of our brains. Well, or less than that, right? I think the reasoning behind that is because it's just our peace. And so collectively, when we tap into the fact of our connection and realize what reality really is, like the realness and the co-creation that comes from all of our projections into this image, that's when we truly take our power back as individuals, and we bring to the whole, recognizing that all of the work we do, regardless of how minuscule it may seem, everything ripples out and helps to create the reality that we share. I think, you know, we constantly need this reminder now more than ever. So, if you're new to my channel, which the name changes quite a bit, but subscribe, like, share, subscribe, because then, you know, regardless of what I'm doing with the printed words, you'll know when I have more of this stuff, you know, just the B log video blogs, or whatever you want to call them. But just my way of wanting to share with you guys what I've come to realize have been sweet discoveries, and, you know, taking responsibility for my mind and all this stuff that I've been processing through this life and at least a few others. To actually share it in a way that it can reach whoever may need it, when you need it. Because if you're here, even if you're a hater, just, you know, just know that I'm just here to inspire truth and, like all of us, just share what we have to bring to the table. I'm getting cold. I was gonna do like a rune draw, but I'm gonna do a separate video for that in the warmth of my space somewhere else. But I had to share this with you guys. It's gorgeous. Love, light. May we all begin to remember our missions, because it's definitely time. I'll see you guys soon.